Please tell me, why are you living in the past? Like, really, why are you living in the past? Have you ever thought about who the past is? Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you talk with it? No, you can't. The past is not a thing. It's just something inside your head that doesn't let you take advantage of your privileges that life gives you in order to change and to be the best version of you. So, why aren't you changing? Like, I really don't care which the situation is that doesn't let you go forward with your life. Like, just go on. I really don't care. But you really need to think that any problem that it is that you're going through, it will go away. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe in 2 months, in a year, but in any time it will go away. And if it is something that it's outside of your control, and it will go away. But if it is in your control, you're the one who will decide when will that problem go away from you. So you cannot like just stay in bed and do nothing and just say like, oh my god, I do not like that this is happening. So what am I gonna do? Stop talking and start acting. Do something for your life, do something to change your problem. Hi guys, I'm Vanessa Trejo, and today I'm going to start talking about how to move forward and stop living in the past. So, what I said in the introduction is something that can be really serious for some people, because there are a lot of people around the world that may be thinking, hey, I have this problem, but you really need to know that we cannot live and ignore people's problems just because, or we don't consider them enough harmful for us, and we think that for them it's the same way. No, like the other person can be suffering from something that we may not suffer if it happens to us, you know? So we will leave it there. But if you're having something that really is damaging you and it's limiting your actions in your daily life, you really need to consider that this is not something that is healthy for you. And something that I really recommend and to start is find a reason. Find a reason for you to move forward, find a reason for you to change. Because if you start taking into account all of what is around you, you know, you may be having this problem, but you have other persons in your life that can help you to move forward with it. And if you don't, you still have yourself to heal yourself and move forward. Anyway, every person has a reason to be in this world. Because haven't you thought how your life is a blessing? Like, haven't you considered all the opportunities that you have and all the risks that your life has been gone through? The reason that you're here is a 0.01 possibility in a million. You need to be grateful that you're here. And not anyone has the opportunity to be alive. You know, maybe you have this problem like, I got out of a job, or I don't feel healthy about myself. It's something you can work on. You may take time, and time is long, it is hard, but I know you can make it. But you really need to be sure about finding a reason. Be grateful for what you have. Remember, you can be grateful about anything you have in life. Like, for example, you can be grateful about being alive, about having a family, or maybe about having a roof, about having something to eat every day. Like, you can be grateful about anything. Even being grateful about you waking up, it's something that you can consider. So be grateful and find a reason for yourself. Even health is something to be grateful for, because there are people out there that wish they could have the health you have, to have the possibility to talk, to move, to breathe the same air as you. I would like to remember you that quantity of people that are here on earth. Like, haven't you imagined there are 7.8 billion people alive on earth, and you're worrying about what your ex told you yesterday, you're waiting for a reply from this boy who doesn't even take you into account into his life, or maybe you're with this girl and this girl doesn't pay any attention to you and prioritizes other things than you, or maybe you and your problem is that you regret something that you did in the past. Stop living in the past. Like, really, don't be ridiculous. Why are you still worrying about what other people think? People will think everything about you. There's 7.8 billion people on earth. You may not know them all, but it is not a guarantee that you will be the favorite person of all of these people on earth. It is impossible. All of us have different lifestyles and different mindsets. You are not the person that everyone likes. Not everything works around your lifestyle. And you need to understand that not everyone will like you, and each person has its own character. So you need to be tolerant and say, who is telling me this? Is this person important in my life? And even if it is, why would I care? I only care what I think, because after all, the only person that I will be with since the beginning and at the end of my life, it is me, myself. And if I don't love myself, you need to start working on a healthy lifestyle. The change that you desire so much in your life depends on you. This is a way for you to remember that every day is an opportunity to change and to make a change for your life. Stop comparing yourself with these people on social media that is, oh my god, they have a healthy lifestyle. I will never do that. I'm not telling you to have 5 hours of sleep, but if you're not willing to sacrifice something of you in order to have what you want, you really don't want to change. You just want God to bring you things into your life. God will help you, but you need to do something in order for it to happen. You knowing what you have around you and being grateful for it, it's something that will help you to know, hey, these are my opportunities, this is my life, and this is my context. What can I do with this life that I have? Maybe I do not live in a really big house, or I do not have $1 million inside of my pocket, but if I have health, or maybe I just have clothes on and I have a good mentality, I can say, hey, today I'm not going out. You can work out on just seeing yourself in the mirror and say, I look gorgeous. I'm a queen and I deserve to have anything positive in my life. Because being positive to yourself every day makes yourself a habit and a routine. And once it becomes a routine to love yourself, it becomes a reality. Be delusional. Watch your words and manifest your dream life into your actual life. Once you have dominated this ability to try to be healthy to yourself, it is so important to have the last step, that is forgive others. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful feelings in the world. And I really say you this out loud. Forgiveness is so important. Haven't you seen all of these stories on the internet, or maybe just in the TV or the radio, about how people are damaged in so much ways? Like, you have seen car accidents, or you have seen how people treat each other in social media. All these influencers that, as much as they do have good comments in their videos, they do have hate comments on their videos. If you are just suffering for a comment, how do you think a person with so much hate in social media, or maybe around her life, or maybe in a toxic household, imagine how that people would be if he or she took the same mentality as you with each of the comments of his or her life? She will be gone. So you need to learn how to forgive others. The people around you do not really care about you, because although they're your friends, although you're your family, life is not a big deal. There are things that you did yesterday that you don't even remember. You don't even remember what was the first thing that you thought when you woke up the day before yesterday. you do not remember. And if you do, congratulations. But this is an example of how things in your life are not that big. If they say something to you, may not seem that big for them, but for you did. So one thing is to forgive, but another is to not remember. Because I see the other side, and there are people who forgive and still give their trust to these people who hurt them, and that is not my point. My point is forgive others for you not to be carrying with that anger towards those people. Because if you do carry this anger and negative emotions towards them, it will not only make you think about people who don't deserve your time, but it will also damage your heart and your soul. And go forward with your life. Just leave them there. Leave them in the past, in the place that does not exist. It once existed, but it does not. And you're in the present right now. And you can go with your life the way that you want, because it is your life and you are the queen or the king of your life. Whatever the problem it is, just trust. Trust is my last advice. Trust in yourself. Trust in what the universe and God gives you. Whatever you're religious or not, trust that life will happen and everything happens for a reason. Although, as bad as it may seem, everything happens for a reason, because without those things that you learn, you would not be the person you are in the present. Continue with your life with those learnings from those past events that happened to you, and try to learn from them and apply it into your life. Feel the queen and king that you are. Surround with people that love you, that care for you, that you're really important in their lives, that would make the same you do for them to you. Thank you for everything. This was my first YouTube channel video, and I would really love for you guys to be better persons. And as I have seen a lot of people in YouTube and in many other platforms in social media to post things about self-improvement and like that, it has always been my dream. I hope it really helps whatever I say in the future and right now. So remember to love yourself, be yourself, and be a queen.